take a look at all this fucking junk? Ladies and gentlemen, I must confess I am at a disadvantage. It is now past the appointed hour and time to seize the bull by the horns, but the burning question remains, just where is Lola, the housekeeper? I feel it behooves us to forge ahead, and we cannot wait all evening, so I call upon Chuck, loyal stagehand.
Yeah, what?
Play tape one, if you would, my good man.
What?
Take one.
Well, why don't you go cover the TV first, genius? I think you're number one, too.
Good evening, Pettibone, and welcome, my dear family. Yes, it is I, Bartholomew T. Cosmo, speaking to you from the grave. And I assume that all my heirs are gathered here tonight, along with a boatload of impostors as well. Well, Pettibone, we can take care of them, can't we?
We can?
Well, of course we can. And we must. Before I reveal the details of my disposition of my earthly goods, Pettibone, here are 4 envelopes, and I will have them in this box on the bookcase. Gather them, and they will help you identify each of them. Once you have done so, get the stagehand and ask him to play tape 2. And if you need anything, rely on Lola. She knows all. Well, almost all.
Even as he speaks, they are there, one for each heir. But where is Lola? One might think she is conspicuous by her absence, and we cannot wait all evening. We must keep the ball rolling and go once more into the breach. There are those of you in the audience now in possession of my card. I have diminished the field, as it were, narrowed the search for the bona fide Cosmo heirs. Please approach the bench, or rather, the stage. The rest of you, what can I say? Many were called, but few were chosen. Come on down! The Cosmo Inheritance Derby. Let the games begin. Are we having some issues down there?
Where are they, Deb?
What's the matter?
I only have 2 Debs.
Where are you? Are you with Deb?
Yeah. Oh, over here.
You missed me?
All right. You ruined my dramatic opening, so let's try that again. Let the games begin.
See, dear counselor, this is too much. 'Tis a simple task to determine who are the real Cosmo heirs. I will show you. Driver's license. Medical marijuana card. My personal favorite. Mensa membership card.
She's right, Pettibone. You can can this whole routine. I've got plenty of ID to prove that I am Bertha Cosmo. I'd like someone to prove I'm not.
I understand what you're saying, of course, but lest you forget what is at stake, I shall jog your memories. million. Minus, of course, my fee. Plus, the rights to the Cosmo inflatable pillow, which are worth 10 times that. No small potatoes, I'd say. Certainly worth cooking up a couple of fake IDs.
I have had some of those fake ideas before. Yeah.
Of course you have.
Well, I'm Cousin Myrtle. I visit Uncle Cosmo every year on my vacation from the mission. Until last year, when he hired that, well, anyway, I'm Cousin Myrtle.
Yeah, sure you are. And I'm Michelle Pfeiffer. I met Myrtle when I was little. You aren't anything like her. And I should know, I'm Cousin Bertha.
Please! We are going to proceed per Mr. Cosmo's instructions and let the chips fall where they may. That's it. End of discussion. You're going to answer my questions and I will decide who is the real McCoy.
But my name's not McCoy. It's Cosmo, ain't it, Deb? Right? Why don't you tell him, Deb? He's got the name all screwed up. Do you think he's gonna get the money screwed up too, Deb?
It's time to separate the wheat from the chaff.
What is he talking about, Deb? I don't want no cereal. Oh, I am here to get my money because that's how Deb says you get babes. Ain't that what you said, Deb? Ain't that what you said?
I know, calm down. And let the nice man ask his question.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of that, you know. Questions. The real Deborah Cosmo has nothing to fear from questions.
Then it's time to put up or shut up. Let's get started with the fair young Melanies. Are you ready to test your mettle, little ladies? Melanie number 1. Think carefully before you answer. Melanie Cosmo is from North Carolina. What is the capital of North Carolina?
Well, hot damn, Deb, no one said nothing about a quiz.
I know, that's easy as pie.
Austin.
That would be Riley.
What?
That would be Raleigh.
Raleigh, that's correct! Raleigh!
This is kind of fun. It's kind of like a personal trivial pursuit.
Melanie number 2. Melanie Cosmo took 12 years of ballet. Show us some steps.
Are you a tap dancer? Plie.
I think you might need at least a partial refund for those lessons. Melanie number 3, your question is, Melanie Cosmo had a best friend in the 1st grade. Name her, Melanie.
Oh, hells bells. What was her name? Oh, Uncle Burgess had all sorts of little tricks up his sleeve. It was Janie.
Time's oyster, lamb chop.
You gave Twinkle Toes time to get it together. Now, give me just a second, darling. It's on the tip of my tongue. She borrowed my Crayolas damn near every day. You'd have thought I was simple made of crayons. It was, Jenny Bemis.
Correctamundo, Montel.
That little bitch in years. Best friend. As far as I'm concerned, best friends do not go around telling tales on you. I never touched her damn milk money.
And now, for the tiebreaker. No applause? You will all have an opportunity to answer. It is a question that only the real Melanie could answer, and it is multiple choice. However, and here's the kicker, you must be able to elaborate. Melanie Cosmo lost her virginity, A, in a laundromat, B, in the back seat of an '89 Ford Galaxy, or C, at Walmart. Melanie number 1.
It was at the laundromat.
Elaborate.
I mean, that Billy Joe Hunter, man, he wanted to see that spin cycle.
Chuck. The tribe has spoken.
Call me. I love you. Call me.
Melanie number 2.
In the back of the car.
What color was the car?
Purple.
Chuck. You are no longer in the running to be America's Next Top Model.
You big faker, you. So that's it, Marty. I win. I win.
Perhaps, if you can answer the question.
But honey, I'm the only one left.
That cuts no ice with me, I'm afraid. I'm gonna need an answer.
So, no gentleman would expect a lady to answer a question such as this one.
The buzzer stands poised.
How much money did you say we were talking about here?
Plus the patent rights minus my fee. So, your answer, little lady?
It was Walmart.
What department?
What? Oh, for sake, it was the automotive section, okay? Stu Douglas worked their weekends, and I went to see if I could get a discount on tires for my Camaro. It was all over in about 3 minutes, because evidently Buster didn't know the meaning of the word foreplay, or else he thought it was a golfing term. Are you happy now?
We've got ourselves a winner here! And if Walmart is smart, they'll get their advertising department busy.
Well, I want her, Deb. Oh, I have decided. Can I have her, Deb? Can I?
Shush, Evie. Remember, she is your cousin. When it comes to shedding, we don't consider relations.
Well, then how come you have all those uncles who stay over, Deb?
That's entirely different. I'll explain later.
1 down, 4 to go. Next up, Bertha Cosmo! Bertha number 1. Bertha Cosmo was a spelling champ. Spell ambidextrous.
Well, Deb, first it was geology, and now it's spelling. My ass is fried, Deb.
Can you put a muzzle on that thing?
Ambidextrous. AMBIDEXTROUS.
That's right! I guess this means you can think with your right or your left brain. And now, Bertha number 2. Bertha Cosmo works as a warden at a school for troubled girls. She doesn't wear a gun because she has a black belt in karate. Show us some moves, Bertha.
Everybody wants to
And last but not least, Bertha number 3. When she was little, Bertha had an invisible playmate. For a chance to stay in the game, who was that playmate?
That's ridiculous. I most certainly did not have an invisible anything. Bart must have gone off the head in the end.
He was playing with the proverbial full deck, Bertha. Pay or play.
I can't. It's ridiculous.
What's that noise? Could it be the sound of $10 million and a patent flying out the window?
Dundles. Mr. Pudgy Dundle.
And what was Mr. Pudgy Dundle?
What do you mean, what was he? He was imaginary.
Not good enough.
Mr. Dundles was my imaginary sheep. He was my imaginary sheep.
Oh my God, Dub, and they say something's wrong with me. At least I ain't got no pretend sheep wandering around in here.
Hey, I don't think you got much of anything wandering around up there.
Where?
And now, let's cut to the chase, shall we, Berthas? Your final question, the tiebreaker. The question that only the real Bertha could answer. Again, you will all have the opportunity to answer, and you must explain in detail. Even though Bertha is now involved in law enforcement, it wasn't always that way. When she was 17, she was arrested, A, at the prom, B, at the drive-in, or C, at Kmart.
Uncle Cosmo always loved this story.
Please, no comments. Bertha number 1.
At the drive-in, she was imitating the characters of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and she decided to be all the characters.
Are you speaking about yourself in the third person right now?
Yes.
Chuck. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Bertha number 2.
Walmart.
That wasn't even a choice. Chuck. Now, sachet away. I mean, the answers are on the screen. Well, Bertha number 3.
It was the prom. See, I didn't have a date. This friend of mine, Jason Carpentino, we called him Reptile. He didn't have a date neither. So we bought a couple cans of oil, you know, the real heavy viscosity stuff.
Oh, Lord.
And we opened them. Then we went screaming into the dance on Reptile's Harley and threw it all over the prom queen and her court. It was so much fun.
Well, I think that sounds just awful.
What? Hey, someone had called me just one too many names. Teenagers can be so cruel.
I think it sounds like Hell's Angels meets Harry.
I don't know why some people think it's so awful because I did a whole lot worse stuff when I was in high school.
Muzzle.
What happened next?
Well, we were doing a few wheelies around the punch bowl, and I was just about to throw the match on Queen Betsy in the court. But the guidance counselor jumped out in front of the bike, giving Reptile the option of sending him to hog heaven or swerving. So we made a left past the pumpkin coach, and then swerved around the glass slipper centerpiece, and finally crashed the bike into the crepe paper and chicken wire rainbow.
Please go on.
Now, don't be taking notes, Edie.
Can I
wasn't.
talk now?
Yes, please.
Well, By then, the cops were there in force, and they drug me and Reptile to jail. Now, Brother Cosmo, rest in peace, he bailed me out. And since Reptile's dad was the mayor, he got off easy too. But I decided right there and then that I would never do anything like that again, and I would live a straight and narrow life. It turned me around, you might say. And since I had...
She gets it.
I don't understand. You know? So, since I had insight into the troubled mind of a teenage girl, I made it my career. Scaring the living daylights out of kids like me.
Yeah! Well, I hesitate to ask, but whatever happened to that lizard person?
Reptile! Reptile. He's a monk or a brother somewhere. He just had a hit record. You know that Gregorian chant? There's that tenor. He hits the real high notes. That's Reptile! That's Reptile! One too many crashes and strap a bike, if you know what I mean.
Well, we're cooking now. Cousin Myrtles, if you please. Myrtle number 1. Myrtle Cosmo has been a missionary in Canada for the past 10 years. Who is the current Prime Minister of Canada?
Trudeau.
That's correct! Justin Trudeau! Myrtle number 2. Here's your question. It's a video question.
Myrtle number 2, here's your question. My niece Myrtle is the expert bird whistler. Whistle the call of the red and yellow crested blue-footed booby.
Watch out for those flocks of boobies! All right, and now, just as all good things come to those who wait, Myrtle number 3. Myrtle Cosmo had a very important role in the Christmas pageant when she was 6. Name that role.
Oh, Uncle Cosmo, to think he remembered that.
Your answer?
I was the straw. I was shy as a kid, and they knew I couldn't say any lines or anything, and the only other non-speaking role was the star from the east. That involved walking. So Sister Maria Teresa Angelica Magnificat made up a role just for me. I was the straw in the manger. You know what? It's better than getting stuck playing the cow, Deb, you remember? I always got stuck playing some damned animal or another. And I got pretty sick of it too. Nuts were always picking on me. Oh, but you remember, Deb, I took care of him, Deb. Oh, I took care of him, and they paid big time. Give me.
Stop thinking about nuns, all right?
Yeah.
And Cousin Moila, whoever the fuck you are, it's been a nice day, okay?
I beg your pardon.
In other words, talk the sister talk, okay? Because Edie there's getting restless.
Well, we couldn't.
Hey, Deborah, how about I show you a thing or two about pressure points? It might help with the kid.
Brilliant.
But seriously, folks, straw was the correct answer. And so, it is do or die time once again as your favorite lawyer brings you the tiebreaker. Cousin Myrtle decided to become a missionary, following a vision which came to her in a dream. This dream involved A, Soap on a Rope and Kathy Lee Gifford. B, Niagara Falls and DVDs. Or C, Meryl Streep and Taco Bell. Myrtle number 1.
Meryl Streep and Taco Bell.
What did you get from Taco Bell?
Burrito, and she rushed for it.
Meryl Streep wrestled you for a burrito? Chuck? You have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Myrtle number 2.
Niagara Falls and DVD.
Elaborate.
Nice try.
What happened?
I can't tell you that.
Chuck? You have been chopped. Well, I am on tenterhooks, dear lady. It's your turn.
Uncle Cosmo, Uncle Cosmo, to think you remembered that. My best thing.
Get on with it.
Well, it was a dream. And I was in Niagara Falls, but I was naked, except for about 6 DVDs. I was wearing stereo headphones, and I was going into little souvenir shops looking for my missing cookie sheets. When all of a sudden, there was Elvis, and Boochers Golly, and Geraldo, or was it Tony Orlando? And they put me on this giant cupcake, and my feet kept sinking into the icing. Then, through the headphones, I heard a voice that sounded an awful lot like the Queen of England saying, "Go to the horseshoe holes. Go to the horseshoe holes." And then there was Charlton Heston going down the Niagara River on my missing cookie sheet like it was a circle. And he's laughing and going, "Oh, we're the falls." But that's what I knew was true. The best view of the falls is on the Canadian side, and that's what decided me I would become a Canadian missionary.
That reminds me of high school, and man, let me tell you, that must have been some really good grass down
No stems, no seeds that you don't need. I'm gonna roll this.
Thank you and welcome, Cousin Myrtle.
It's wonderful to see you all again, though Edie and Melanie were just babies.
And you don't look at all the way I remember Cousin Myrtle.
And now, it is time to separate the women from the girls. Edith and Deborah!
I kind of like it. We need a little horse. Those are green. My number. I 3 here. 3. Mm-hmm.
Now just a moment here. I had a thought. Edie and Deborah should be able to vouch for each other. After all, we are half sisters. So, in the interest of moving things along, let me tell you that I am Deborah and this is Edie. Now, Edith dear, tell the nice gentleman your name and mine.
Yeah, she's Deb and I'm Edie. Honest, I swear.
I don't see any of these other Cosmos paired up.
You know, that doesn't mean that they couldn't. I mean,
us meet outside and decide to pretend to be sisters.
Half sisters.
Yeah, and I think these Debs and these Edie's are matched up.
Are you? I mean, there's an awful lot of money involved, you know.
Well, now this is serendipitous, isn't it?
You know what? I don't know about any of that Saren stuff, but you, sir, are dippity enough for all of us.
No, dumbass. I mean, it's lucky that all of my Debs and Edie's are paired up because the questions are for both of you.
Oh,
Terrific! Okay, Deb, I've got the game plan here. Okay. If it's anything about current events or astronomy, you got it. And if it's anything about professional wrestling,
don't touch me.
okay, then I've got it.
Question number 1. Deborah and Edith live in a condo in downtown Cincinnati. It's on the 10th floor. If it takes the elevator 1.5 seconds to go one floor and it stops at every other floor for 60 seconds, how many seconds will it take Deb and Edie to get to the underground parking garage? You may confer with each other.
Wow, Deb, I'm so glad that was us. But I felt like that failure. You guys can't use it.
That's correct! 315 seconds! Deborah and Edith, number 2, are you ready? When Edie was a child, she often had tantrums. The only way that Deborah could distract her was to do the hokey pokey with her. Demonstrate. You know the instructions are in the song, right? Deborah and Edith, number 3, here's your question. Only the real Deb and Edie would know the 3 things that they have in common.
Well, we do have the same last name,
What else?
and we did have the same father.
That's 2. One more, ladies.
That's it. That's it. Outside of that, Edie and I are from different planets. Make that count.
That's a shame. Because if you can't think of one more shared thing, you can kiss your share goodbye.
Deborah!
Stop that! I'm thinking!
I want my money, Deb, and you said I'd have my money.
Time's
Shut up,
almost up.
Keep your shorts on. She said she's thinking. She got it?
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here.
Too bad, girls.
I think I got it. Wow. Where do you need one?
What is it, Edie?
Okay, so it's operas.
Operas.
Yeah.
That is your answer. Operas.
Yeah. We both love operas, like I just said.
Oh, yes. It's true. I just adore Mozart and Wagner and Puccini.
And I like General Hospital.
That makes more sense.
Oh no! I do like to say that pepperoncini guy's name a lot. I just like to say it. No, it's Puccini. Puccini.
Puccini. Yeah, there you go.
Puccini. Puccini. Anyway, mister, that's what Deb and I both got in common. Like, we are total opera buffs, sir.
Gee, ladies, I'm really sorry. I was really pulling for you. I think we all wanted you to win, didn't we? But operas? I mean, that answer is so lame. It's so lame that it's correct! Opera is correct! I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I was being a kid or a tease, pulling your legs.
Because you know what? I can do that for real, you know? I've done it before. Pulling your legs, I mean. And the last guy didn't like it too much.
And now for the tiebreaker. Again, all teams will have an opportunity to answer. Deborah and Edith took a Caribbean cruise for their last vacation, but were forced to cut it short because of A, a misplaced passport and lost medication, B, a fellow passenger named Sandra and an incident involving a water pick, or C, a shuffleboard tournament that turned nasty. Pair number 1.
Well, it's the shuffleboard thing.
What happened?
My partner got nasty and we got thrown out.
Chuck. You're fired.
I have a question.
Okay.
For Lola?
We've been searching for Lola.
Well, I sing Lola.
The only reason I trust you is because I like you guys' jams.
Like trying to herd cats. Pair number 2.
Yes, well, she lost her passport. I lost my medication. We kept calling it the Caribbean at a Caribbean.
And what was the medication you lost?
My aspirin.
Chuck, take off your jackets and leave Hell's Kitchen.
I'm allowed.
All right, pair number 3. Remember, your inheritance hangs in the balance. Is it A, B, or C?
It's a trick question, man. Because it was all of them.
That's correct! The correct answer is all of the above. But you do know I'm going to... Shut up.
Yeah.
You do know I'm going to need some more information, because that's the kind of guy I am.
We had a great time that trip, didn't we, Deb? Until, they kicked us off the boat. Okay.
It was a ship, Edie, a ship. A boat is something you take into the bathtub. And yes, all of those things did happen on our last fun-filled vacation. Of course, that doesn't include the evening that we dined with the captain or skipper, as Edie insisted we call him.
And everyone had to call me little buddy. And Deborah was the movie star, and then there was this millionaire.
And his wife, yes, we all know. So, Pettibone, are you satisfied you have the real and true Cosmo House now?
Quite satisfied. No one but you and your uncle could have been privy to the tales you've all just told.
Well, I'm for one that's certainly happy that all of that is just cleared up, because I must say I was getting a bit nervous. I mean, I knew I was me, if you know what I mean.
And can we just get this over with now?
Yes, I could certainly do with a drink. There used to be a bar down here somewhere, if one could find it. Oh, my God, this place is a mess. It's even worse than the last time we were here, isn't it, Edith? I don't know what that Lola person did for Uncle Cosmo, but it sure is shit for housekeeping.
Well, you're right, Cousin Deborah. I believe there is a bar. Oh, yes. There it is. Oh, no. You just sit and tell me what you want. That Lola person may not have been much of a housekeeper, but she keeps the bar well stocked. Achoo!
Bless you. I will have a whiskey straight up, no ice.
Me too!
Please.
Yeah, Edith, please. We only brought one pair of pajamas.
have an attitude.
What else is back there, Myrtle?
Oh, well, I have a big pitcher of iced tea and a refrigerator here full of ice, so would anyone like iced tea?
I'll have some iced tea. That sounds good.
Me too.
I have a large wine.
What?
Wine.
And a beer for me.
Are you all right, honey? Do you need some help?
It's not that. It's not that. It's just none of us really grieves for Uncle Cosmo. We're just circling like vultures. Did any of us really care for him as a person? I mean, even this Lola woman isn't here. Oh, that's you!
Get it together, Myrtle. But she's right. That Lola person ought to be here.
Ah, yes, the infamous Lola. I'm curious, Pettibone, about this entire arrangement. How did you meet Uncle Cosmo, and why did he talk you into this bizarre arrangement?
I mean, I think I kept in touch with Uncle. I'm pretty sure that we all did, but I never knew he was getting so crazy.
You know what? Crazy is as crazy does.
Thank you, Edie Gump.
Cosmo.
Excuse me. Anyway, Pettibone, what was he like at the end?
I can't say for sure. I never met the man.
What?
He was a total recluse with the housekeeper. We did everything by fax and phone, just me and Lola.
Well, and what was she like?
Yeah. Was she hot? Oh, did her and Uncle Cosmo do all that horizontal pillow testing?
A definite possibility, but I never met her either. Thank you, Cousin Myrtle. Well, that certainly hit the spot.
Man, Doug, you must have been thirsty. Talk about a chug-a-lug.
You know, this whole thing sounds fishy to me. You know, I wasn't that close to Uncle Cosmo, seeing as he ruined my chance at happiness by not lending my fiance money 20 years ago. But I did visit him every year.
And he certainly could have helped with you know who. Thus far, the only money I inherited was contingent upon babysitting services. I hoped maybe, just maybe, he'd leave me enough that I could have a life.
You know what, Dad? I've been thinking after just that. How much do you think one of them costs? A life, I mean. Because I think I'd like to bag me one of them too!
Was everything all right, cousin?
Oh, I don't take iced tea. That's all.
Well, I just hope to get enough to pay off a few credit cards and maybe join the spa. I'm not the greedy sort at all. I want very little for myself. I have very simple needs.
Well, I will be thrilled with whatever Uncle Cosmo sees fit to leave to me. Whether it's cash or the patent, my little mission could certainly use the funds.
So, Pettibone, now what? Do we wait for Lola? Shall we look for her? What do you think? Shall we call the constabulary or police, as you call them?
Well, we don't want to go off half-cocked. It could be another of your uncle's little tricks. Let's see. My instructions are to gather you here at Cosmo Manor. The exact distribution of the fortune will be revealed at the appropriate time, and of course, each heir must spend the night here in order to claim it.
That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, I think maybe we should go for the gold, as it were. Let's see. Once the true heirs are assembled, I am to summon the stagehand, or as Mr. Cosmo so succinctly put it, give him ascertained the true heirs. I believe the ball is in your court.
You did what to your ass? Okay, tape number 2.
Thank you.
My dear family and heirs, together at last. Hopefully Pettibone and my loyal Lola have made you feel at home and comfortable. But let us get to the business at hand. As you know, I leave a fortune of $10 million, with $10 million and $200,000 to be exact. Mr. Penny's fee will be approximately $100,000. And I leave $100,000 to my loyal Lola, and the rest will be divided equally. Or rather, it will be divided equally among those who survived the night here at Cosmo Manor. The key word is survive.
You're forgetting back there?
What about the patent rights?
Sounds to me like Uncle Cosmo was a few meatballs short of a spaghetti dinner.
You guys are so selfish. I think he sounds cool because I can live with cash, unlike you guys. You can all have his patent leather shoes for all I care.
You're right, dear little Edie. I understand there's no need to be greedy. Cash is always in good taste, but something else just occurred to me this very moment, and I was wondering if I could run it by y'all to see if I'm reading this right. Now, you dear Uncle Cosmo said that all that lovely money was going to be divided equally among us. So that's $10 million divided by the 5 of us, right? So that's $2 million apiece.
This is good.
Yes. Of course. And I just worry that what if something happens to one or more of us tonight? Suppose that one or more of us does not survive the night. I mean, that storm that's rolling.
You mean, should lightning strike that large tree out there, causing it to come crashing down on that side of the road, crushing all beneath it beyond recognition?
I hate trees, Dad! You know I've always hated trees! Trees are bad, Dad! Trees are bad!
Or if the river overflows and floods the beach and, yeah, a flood!
Don't you remember? You kicked me out of the water after I dropped my bikini bottoms to the leaves outside the swimming trip!
Oh, or an electrical cord snaps, falls into the water, and electrocutes anyone unlucky enough to be wearing rubber boots.
And I ain't got rubber boots, Dad! But I got my rubber sheet, Dad. Suppose I just wrap it up, Dad? Do you think I'll be fine, Dad? Huh?
Now, I'm not a math whiz, but it would seem to me that if something were to happen to one or more of us tonight, and then that money is divided equally among those left.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing. So, 10 million divided by 4 equals 2,500,000. 10 million divided by 3 equals 3,300,333, guys. Yeah! And 10 million divided by 2 equals 5 million.
I'd stop right there if I were you, Edie.
Cease and desist, all of you! $2 million apiece is a lot of money. Come on, you guys!
Calm down, everyone!
What are we gonna do?
Oh, dear.
It's just a
As soon as our eyes are dark, we shall be able to see each other.
Well, I can feel Cousin Bertha. Is that you, Melanie?
Where's my rubber sheet, Dad? I don't want to cry.
Calm down, Edie.
I can't, Dad. I'm not ready. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. What?
Put your left hand in every toe your left hand. Everybody put your left hand in and shake it all around. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Is she?
As a doornail.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
Damn!
Well, that's one mystery solved. This, Cosmo Cousins, is the mysterious Lola, the housekeeper. This is a prescription for Celdane, an allergy medication prescribed to Lola McMartin. We also have some makeup and an empty glasses case and an empty bottle of arsenic.
What is arsenic?
Calm down! Calm down!
No!
I don't know what this all means except one thing. There's a murderer among us.
And I know one more thing.
Oh, don't you dare get that calculator again, but I have to ask, what is it you know, Edie?
We got to split our share, guys. Come on. So, 100,000 divided by 5, and we lo and behold get another 20,000, guys.
No, let's cover the poor thing up.
Yes.
Oh, Edie, I am ashamed of you. Poor Lola only got a pittance compared to the rest of us, and already you're dividing up the spoils. Tisk, tisk, Edie. Oh, achoo! Tisk, tisk, oh. Tisk, tisk, one more time!
What you talking about, Dad? Guys, I didn't mean no harm. Why is she talking to me like that? Huh. It reminds me of something. Can't remember what right now.
I don't think she was poor Lola, considering she had a bottle of poison in her bag.
She didn't have a bottle of poison.
That's right, Cousin Bertha. It was an empty bottle.
Nuns! That is what you just reminded me of. Nuns, Deb! You remember how they talked to me, Dad? Always trying to make me feel ashamed of myself.
Empty, but that means...
You've hit the nail on the head, Myrtle. We must all tread very carefully and above all, be very wary of anything that we eat or drink.
Oh my God, the
The whiskey!
I hate apple juice anyway, Dad, and I told you I did, but you never listened!
I think I feel it working already.
Oh, my dear!
2 words. Iced tea.
I mean it. I feel,
Oh, well, for pity's sake, Cousin Bertha, do not become so melodramatic.
No, guys. I think I'm getting a little bit of a buzz too. I'm feeling it.
I'm not feeling so well myself.
Yo, Cousins, Mr. Pettibone.
What? We've got a bit of a crisis on our hands.
Yeah, sorry about your bad luck, but I thought maybe you wanted to whistle for me, like you want me to play tape 3 or something.
Take 3.
That's what I said.
Well, we can roll with the punches. No, play it.
Oh, I bet you it's about the patent.
Oh,
and nieces. I forgot. You probably also want to know about the patent. After all, it's worth more than everything else I own, and I'm leaving it to just one person. I'm leaving it to the Cosmo heir who is clever enough to find where I've hidden it. That's right, a treasure hunt. No one knows where it is. No one. Not even Lola. Because the name of the patent owner is blank. That's right, the first one to find it can just write it in their name. Now, will it be Myrtle, my sweet, innocent, teetotaling, non-swearing little missionary? Or Melanie, whose sticky fingers have gotten her banned from all the major malls in North Carolina? Or Cousin Bertha, who still blames me for her deadbeat fiancé who couldn't cut the mustard? Or perhaps it will be the girls, Weird Edie and her devoted mercenary half-sister Deborah? No, I'm leaving instructions with the host Bob. He'll organize the he will organize the clue hunt.
Wow! Does that mean more cash on the dab?
Yes, indeed. The Cosmo patent is the bra frame. But I thought you weren't feeling well, dear.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think I got a buzz after all. Me? I feel fine. I don't think I got poison, guys. I feel primo.
Yes, in fact, unless it works really very slowly, I think I'm perfectly healthy as well.
Huh. Well, it is amazing how much the restorative powers are in the mere mention of incredible wealth. I know I myself feel up to a little treasure hunt. We southern gals are full of strength and fiber underneath our sweet, soft exterior portions.
I'm glad you feel all right because
Bertha, honey, Bertha.
Bertha?
Cousin Bertha. Oh! I think maybe she's fucking dead.
Well, it never rains but it pours. I'm no doctor, but I'd say if this wasn't a case of arsenic poisoning, I'd eat my hat.
Man, they sure are dropping like flies, aren't they, Deb?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Perhaps we should call the police.
I suspect you're right.
And you know what? I know one more thing.
Oh, please do not pull out your calculator again.
Now, gee, although that's a thought, Deb, I was just thinking, Mr. Old Pettibone here is going to be the next one to drop next.
Me? And why, pray tell?
Well, sir, you had some of that super delicious iced tea too, and if I were you, I'd start hurling in pronto.
Oh my God, it's right! Antidote! Antidote! Out of my way! I need to offer sacrifice at the altar of the porcelain gods! I need to! Wait a minute. I feel perfectly A-okay. Right as rain, top drawer, and I drank my iced tea before Bertha had barely touched hers.
Somebody must have slipped it in later.
6 of one, half dozen of another. This is definitely a matter for the police.
No, I don't know about that, Mr. Pettibone. Maybe we could just cover Bertha here like we did poor Lola. And maybe we could just hold off a little while, calling in the authorities.
My sheep.
Whatever form it means. Well, so that we would have sufficient time to honor dear Uncle Cosmo's last wish, namely, find about to drop all over this place, and a little piece of paper could get lost.
Good thinking, Melanie.
Excellent point, Melanie.
I've been thinking about you all night, Melanie, and I am so proud to know you guys.
Whoa, no! Gently. Now where is Bob?
I'm here.
Oh, Bob.
Cosmo Cousins, I'm here.
Who's Bob?
I'm here.
Pick up the pace!
I'm Bob.
Good, Bob. Come up here with us.
All of you, get off the stage.
Gladly.
Well,
Get off the stage.
I
This
can't
area
take
is
your
officially
watch.
out of
I'm
bounds
taking
until
these.
I'm done.
Mine.
Get off the stage. Off.
Can't have the watch.
What will you do is yell and bring down the screen, will you please? Murder. Hello everyone, I'm Bob. Hi. And welcome to the Pajama Party Murder. Old Barney Cosmo has more of a mystery than he intended. He has left a poem that describes where he has hidden the patent. But I think Barney would also want justice to be done. So you have to figure out where the patent is hidden and just who is behind the dastardly deeds you have witnessed tonight. Before I tell you where to get your clue packets, there are a few ground rules. Certain areas are out of bounds. This includes the stage and the backstage area. And please, make sure you remember the number of your clue packet. This number is how we identify the winners and you losers. Before you try to solve the mystery all on your own, remember that Perry Mason had Paul Drake. Matlock had Conrad McMasters, and even Batman had Robin. So, we recommend that you create a detective team to assist you in your sleuthing. And in your clue packet, you will find a word jumble that, when solved, will lead to the location of the poem. The poem will lead you to the location of the packet. The questions you need to answer in order to solve the Pajama Party Murders whodunit are on the back of the word jumble. Please write neatly. If you can't read your answers, it's wrong. All right, it's wrong. Okay, remember this is not a race, but in order to prevent us from being here all night, we are asking that all solution sheets and clue packets be turned in to me no later than 4:15 p.m. The winner will be selected from all the teams that have the most accurate answers, and the show will resume at 4:30 p.m. with the grand reveal of Who Done It. And at the conclusion of the evening, we'll also announce the prize winners. You may have noticed that you did not receive a program before the show. That would have taken the fun out of figuring out who the real Cosmo Cousins were. So, we put a program in each team's clue package. Once you pick your detective team, please send one person from the team to get a clue packet from an usher. If you want additional programs, they are available if you ask. We do have those if you want some, anybody who doesn't want to do searching. If you're asked, we're just trying to save trees. Okay, remember to visit the concession stand for some snacks. The mind works better than fed. And feel free to walk to one of the local bars for some liquid libations. Okay. To help you remember, relax your mind after all these technical work. Just remember to turn your package back in by 4:15 Be back in by your seats by 4:30. I suggest going right next door to the Sidebar Tavern to enjoy the buy one get one free beer and, the free domestic beer and housewife for people in pajamas. Now, without any further delay, good luck and happy hunting.